Hello and welcome to another video on Lucille Williams with Christian Talk. I'm really glad you're here today. What I want to talk about is the whole water selling lady calling the police or whatever on some little 8-year-old girl selling water. All right, so just if you haven't heard about this is like all over social media. Okay, so there's this little girl, her mom lost her job, and she decides that she's gonna sell water because this little girl wants to go to Disneyland. And so she's 8 and she becomes this little entrepreneur and she sells water for $2 a bottle on a hot day. She's selling cold water. I think it's kind of genius. Well, there's a lady that is in an apartment nearby, I think it was an apartment, and she's listening out her window and she's hearing this little girl selling, and apparently she's trying to work and it annoys her. So she goes down and we don't know what transpired, but all we know is she's calling on this little girl saying she doesn't have a permit. And the mother decides, I'm gonna videotape this woman calling on my little girl. And you know what? Good for you, Mom. You're looking out for your kid. And I appreciate that because as a mom, sometimes you just got to look out for your kid and encourage them and say, you go, don't worry about it. I'll take care of this bully over here. So she's on the phone and she's saying, there's a little girl out here and she's selling water and she doesn't have a permit. And so the mom videotapes this and it goes crazy. And so now this lady who made this phone call, she is now being harassed on social media and whatnot. People are totally hating on her. And this little girl got tickets to Disneyland. I think the news or someone gave it to her. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She's going to Disneyland. Yay! What are you going to do? I'm going to go to Disneyland. Okay, so what I want to key in on, there's some Bible principles here. Yeah, there's some major Bible principles here. First, Galatians 6:7. Let me just read it for you, please. All right, Galatians 6:7. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, this he will also reap. Okay, that lady who called on this little 8-year-old girl who just wanted to go to Disneyland, who I thought was pretty cool, she's reaping what she sows. She really is in this incident because she wasn't very nice. I mean, buy some water from this kid. Go to Starbucks and do your job. I mean, please, like help out this poor kid that just wants to go to Disneyland. And instead, she wants to be mean. And that was just mean to make that call. That was just straight up mean. So what's happening? Now people are being mean to her. Now, please hear this. Please hear this. I don't want to get nasty comments. I don't care. Write them anyway. I'm not saying that it's okay to be mean to this lady that made that phone call. It is never okay to be unkind, ever, ever, ever. I'm just pointing out the principle that she was being mean and now people are being mean to her. That's just the reaping and sowing principle, and that's it. And the next verse I want to read is Galatians 6:9. This is one of my favorite verses in the whole entire Bible. And let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we shall reap a harvest if we do not give up and grow weary. We are going to reap a harvest if we do not give up. When you're doing something, sometimes it looks bad and you're like, oh man, I should give up, but you don't, you stay strong. Okay, like let me use this little girl for an example. Her mother loses her job. She's selling water. I mean, I don't know how many she sold that day, but I'm sure it wasn't enough to go to Disneyland. And then suddenly this mean old bad lady, well, maybe I shouldn't call her bad, but this mean lady, but from the little girl's perspective, I'm sure she felt like she was bad. And so the little girl hears that this lady's trying to shut her business down. And I'm sure she's like, man, I should just give up. I'm never going to Disneyland. I am never going to Disneyland. But did she give up? No. She kept selling her water. She stayed strong. And what happened? She reaped what she sowed. She was selling, she stayed strong, and because of what happened, she got to go to Disneyland because she's stuck in there. And that's my message for you. Stick in there. Whatever you're doing, you don't know how close you are to the end. You might have to go through one more trial and then, woohoo, victory. We never know when victory is going to be there. It could be just around the corner. It could be at the other end of whatever the struggle is. Sometimes our biggest struggles will come just before victory comes. And I'm so excited this little girl gets to go to Disneyland. And you get to do what whatever it is you are going to stick with. So whatever you're doing, stick with it and wait for victory and wait for God to bring the victory for you. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, hang out with me more often, and check out my book, From Me to We. Again, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.